purposely made the title of this video very like, oh my gosh, you can't drink if you're a Christian, because I just want you to click on the video. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, clickbait works. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. By the title of this video, I know people are freaking out already. Calm down, let me explain to you guys what I'm trying to say. Today I'm gonna be filming a video on why I am choosing, because I'm not 21, to not drink alcohol as a Christian. This is something that I've talked about a lot with a lot of different people in my life lately, and I thought I'd make a video for you guys and tell you guys my opinions. First of all, let me just say I'm a very chill, laid-back person, and this is what I chose in my heart to do. So if you're a Christian, if you like to drink alcohol, you do you. You answer to God at the end of your life, and that's up to you. So growing up, my parents never drank alcohol. There was never alcohol in the house. When we went out to a restaurant, they never ordered alcohol. I have never seen my parents drink or be under like the influence of anything like that. So that's kind of my background. And before you guys think I'm like hating on everybody who drinks, like my sisters drink, most of my friends drink, a lot of people don't have a problem with it, but I just want to like share with you guys my mindset behind this thing. So first I'm going to tell you guys why I think it's something that I'm not going to, I'm choosing not to engage in. So first things first, I'm 20 years old, so I can't technically legally drink. I've had the opportunity to drink and I have chosen to be like, nah, bruh. But I just want to like share with you guys kind of what's going on in my brain, and if you want to pick up a few like things that I've said that maybe you would like to apply to your life, then go for it, and vice versa. Like I'm totally open to like reading your guys' comments. Like comment below what you think and tell me, and I'm like totally open to like new ideas and stuff like that. But I grew up in a household where there was no alcohol. I've never seen my parents drink, and I have to say, growing up in that environment, I didn't realize how blessed I was until I realized that I had friends whose parents drank and stuff like that, and I didn't realize how much of a blessing it was to not ever have to worry about your parents being drunk or acting weird. I think that when you're drunk, you make a fool out of yourself, and to me there's like no appeal in that to me. Obviously the Bible never says that you can't drink alcohol. It's not like the 11th commandment is do not drink alcohol, but I found some verses that I wanted to just read to you guys, because the thing is like I could spew to you guys my opinion all day, but what it really comes down to is what's in the Bible, because the Bible is what God has given us to live our lives by. So one of the verses I found that I really liked was 1 Peter 4:3. It says, "For you have spent enough time in the past doing what pagans choose to do, living in debauchery, lust, drunkenness, and detestable idolatry." Obviously those are very like big things. The Bible is very clear that being drunk is something that the world does. It's something that people who don't know Jesus do. In Ephesians 5:18 it also says, "Do not get drunk on wine, which leads to debauchery. Instead be filled with the Holy Spirit." So those are just some verses that I found that I just kind of stored in my brain. I don't know. So here's what I think is, I think that with a lot of things that you could do, a lot of things that aren't bad, the Bible doesn't say you can't do, with a lot of stuff like that, it's like I don't understand why I would want to start something that first of all I have no desire to do really, and second of all like it has the opportunity to turn into something that's not so great. Like for me personally, alcohol is something that has the ability to turn into something bad. Now that doesn't mean that you're supposed to live your life in like this fear of like turning into like a drunk, like a raging alcoholic. That doesn't mean that I'm living my life in like fear of like, what if I turn into an alcoholic? But you have to think about these things as like a lot of people right now, sure, when life's great they could be drinking alcohol and just drink it on the weekends and have fun with friends. What about when your life might go really wrong, when life gets really hard? A lot of people turn to alcohol and use that as an escape route. So for me, I was like, first of all, it's not good for you. Like, of course, wine has like the antioxidant benefits and stuff like that. But beer and like all that vodka and stuff is horrible for your body. So of course, I live a non-GMO life. That's a turn off to me, is like, I don't want to like poison my body necessarily. Number two, when you're drunk, you literally make a fool out of yourself. Like, you have no control over you don't have control over what you say. You do things that are extremely stupid and irresponsible, and I don't want to ever put myself in a position where I'm making a fool out of myself, or where I'm not in control of like what I'm doing or what I'm saying. There's a difference between drinking and getting drunk, obviously. And number three, like I said, it just has the ability to turn into something that could possibly go very wrong. For me, the way I live, a lot of people might call it like super conservative and stuff like that, but I just don't see the point in starting to drink, because I don't see any good outcomes coming out of it. I see like a lot of bad stuff that could happen. Also, I know a lot of people use the little phrase, I don't want to call it an excuse, but a lot of people will say that like, oh, I just drink because it helps to loosen me up and it helps to like make me talk to people more. And I was like, first of all, I don't want to get to a point in my life, if I get to a point in my life where I have to rely on an alcoholic drink to make me be able to talk to people or to loosen up, like that's ratchet. I don't want to ever get to a point in my life where that's my excuse to drink, is like, it just makes me more myself. You should probably be able to be yourself without alcohol. You feel? I don't know if this makes sense or not, but I just wanted to make this video. Like I said, I literally have no problem with people drinking. Like My sisters drink alcohol. A lot of my friends drink alcohol. There's a difference between drinking and getting drunk, obviously, but when it comes to drinking, I'm just not a huge fan of what it does to people. I've seen really unfortunate circumstances where people have been drunk and really bad things have happened because of it, and it's just like that whole subject on like alcohol and drinking is just not appealing to me. It's not something that I find that I like need to do. Like I said, I could like die at the end of my life never having had a drop of alcohol in my body at all and feel like I've lived a really great, happy, like enjoyable life. I don't feel like adding alcohol is going to add anything to my life but poisoning my body and possibly making me into a drunk idiot, and I already know I would be so stupid if I was on alcohol. I'd be like jumping off the walls and like twerking, and that's not what I want. I also am kind of worried, I'm just going to throw this out there, that I'm not going to be able to find a guy who like agrees with me, because like all the guys I know right now drink and they have no problem with it, and I don't know, I just think that, so here's the thing, like this is what I think about too, is I've seen marriages happen like this where they drink alcohol, it's fine, it's whatever, and when their marriage gets tough they turn to alcohol, and I was like, that's kind of scary to me. That's like the typical like scene in the movie where the guy like goes to the bar because he's upset, and I was just like, I don't want that. I don't even want the idea of that, because when people are drunk they make stupid decisions that have really horrible consequences for the rest of their lives. So on that note, I'm just gonna throw this out there, I'm kind of scared I'm never gonna be able to find a guy who like actually agrees with me, because I think it would just be great, like if I found someone who I really loved and they like to drink, I would be able to work around it, but I would just love to find somebody who had the same like mindset as me as far as when it comes to alcohol, which I don't know if they exist honestly, because it seems like everybody seems to just do anything these days, and not that you don't have, not that if you drink alcohol you can't drink alcohol if you're a Christian. You guys know that's not what I agree with. So these are my opinions. I'm literally making this video just to like hopefully show you guys a different side of like what I'm thinking. I'm not trying to like tell you you need to change and that you need to stop drinking, because I don't think that's the case. If you are a Christian and you drink alcohol, like at the end of your life, obviously it's between you and God, and you're the one who has to stand before God and give an account for everything that you've done, and this is just my mindset on it. So I decided that I'm not going to drink alcohol and I know that like a lot of people would call me like being uptight and being too spiritual and stuff like that, and I'm just like, bruh, it's fine, drink your vodka, I don't care. Like it's just kind of my decision that I made. So I hope this video was interesting or helpful or whatever you guys thought. So the Bible obviously doesn't say to like not drink alcohol, and it's like there's not a verse that says do not drink alcohol. Like Revelations 14:95 says do not drink alcohol. There's not that in the Bible, obviously. But the Bible does talk a lot about being wise and being pure and being holy, and when I think of those words, like first of all, I think of like a little angel with a halo being like, oh, I'm perfect, but obviously we're not like that. This is just my opinion. The Bible talks a lot about honoring God with everything that you do, and when I think about drinking and the outcome of what can happen from when you do drink, nothing that could happen after you drink is necessarily honoring to God. And you have to take that with a grain of salt, and obviously like you have to like assess the situation and stuff like that, but all things, I do believe in all things in moderation, but when it comes to stuff that's kind of like on the fence, I choose to just stay on the right side of the fence, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I just want to chill. It's just on this side where I know that I'm not going to make a mistake, or I know I'm not going to like slip up, or I know that this is something that like this door is closed to where like it doesn't have the ability to lead me down a wrong path later in life. So that's just what I have to say about being drunk. Don't do it. That's kind of my opinions on drinking. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any other questions or topics you want me to talk about, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.